Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another video. This is a mixture of a flight and review going on from the Okavango Delta video, huge video I did to explore that area. We're going to look at the last airport, which is Nxabega, and here we are at Maun, which is the frontier town where all the bush pilots fly out of. As I said in the previous video, the tourists from all over the world fly into South Africa, usually Johannesburg. From there they join Air Botswana that flies them up to Maun. And here Maun, something like 26 different little airlines with the various bush planes from the Cessna 206 upwards fly all the tourists into the camps. And we're going to look at the sixth camp, or the last camp of the six that Simworks Studios have done. And as I say, first we're going to take off and fly direct there and land, and then we'll have a look at the camp. So today it's a really nice day in Maun. This is quite a rare day, but with time of year actually it's probably not too bad. Temperature's 27 degrees, we've got ceiling and visibility unlimited, lovely weather out there. QNH is 1021. Surface wind is 060 to 7 knots, so we're taking off from runway 08 today. So thank you for joining me. Let's get the aircraft going down to the runway and we'll talk some more. So a long taxi down to the end of runway 08, and then there'll be a climbing left turn up to 4,500 for the trip to Nxabega, which shouldn't take longer than about 20 minutes. So just a few facts and figures for you. We're in Botswana in Central Africa, home of the bush pilots and also home to some of the best wildlife anywhere in the world. And as I've said a few times before, but in case you're new to this particular video, the rich tourists flock into South Africa during the winter months, November through to February, and usually you fly into Johannesburg from all over the place, and from there Air Botswana will fly them from Johannesburg up to Maun. It's about an hour and a half flight, and here we are at Maun, which is what many is really a frontier town. Something like 26 different airlines here, all operating Cessna 207s right up to the Grand Caravan, and many other types as well. And from there, as I say, they have dozens of luxury camps in the Okavango Delta out in the bush, and in order to get the guests freight, food, especially perishable food, and anything that needs to go out to the camps, everything is flown in by air. Some of the stuff is taken in by road, 2 to 3 day trip depending where you're going, but the easiest and quickest and most convenient way to get into the camps is by air in bush plane. And last year I did a series of 8 videos on Okavango Delta bush flying, which was quite nice. I was glad to see the terrain was nicely represented, but no animals, no lodges, no detail of any real significance. Well, Simworks Studios have come along and changed all that with the release of their Okavango Delta scenery, which is absolutely stunning. And as I said, today's video is really to go and explore the last of the 6 camps and airstrips they've done. And we're in the Cessna, we're going to actually do a flight out there. So we're going to Nxabega, Nxabega, and we will we'll overfly the strip, then we'll make a landing, and then I'll take you to have a look at the camp. So here we are at runway 8. Clear on the right. Clear on the left. Let's line up. Okay, so as I said, straight ahead and a left climbing left turn, we're going up to 4,500 feet. We're all set. Let's go. It's a hot day here, which is what it normally is. Actually, it's nowhere near as hot as it normally gets in the winter. Temperatures can get over 40 degrees. But here we go, airspeed's alive. We should lift off just around about 65 knots. There we go, nice takeoff. Now let's climb out to the left. Coming out quite nicely. Flaps up. There's Mount Airport. And as I said, this is typical scrub. So let's get on to course. Okay, so here we are then at 4,500 feet. We're on course and tracking out towards Nxabega, which will take us just under 20 minutes. So during this part of the flight, what I'll do is we'll have a little look outside. You can see a little bit of what the terrain looks like here in the delta, and then I'll come back to you during the approach when we get close to the airport. So just a little bit of a look at the bush below us. Aircraft's on autopilot, so we're tracking okay. As you can see, there are various roads that do go through the delta, and they use freight vehicles to take non-perishable goods and other things that the camps need. It takes a few days, and yeah, the display of the terrain looks really good. I was really quite pleased with this when I first started this. But as you can see, no animals, and although the detail looks great, there really is nothing more than that. Well, this is typical of the Delta this time of the year. We're coming up towards our summer. There's a good sort of a few months to go yet before you reach the high season. But it's nice countryside at the moment. Got a few bits and pieces that you can see here, and there's a little building there. And just to let you know, we're flying World Update 4, latest sort of version, although I'm using a repaint that I like. At some point shortly we will probably get a bush plane repainted in the VAP air livery at some point. So this is typical of the sort of terrain and things that the bush pilots will see when they ferry people out to the Delta, to the camps. Although very often the weather is very changeable out here. We're very lucky today to have this kind of weather. I've actually checked the weather on flight radar, and this is correct at the moment. There are no storms in the area or dangerous cloud build-ups, which you can often get when weather changes very quickly out in this part of the world. And these camps, as I say, are extremely luxurious. They cost thousands of dollars per night to stay in. They're literally very, very luxurious camps, and they're literally right on the front door of the rivers, and you have elephants and other wildlife literally right outside your window, outside your porch. And this is what draws the tourists in every season. And the bush planes out of Maun are the vehicles that service the need and take the passengers in. There's a 20 kilo limit on luggage, so basically if you're bringing camera gear and stuff like that when you're doing a wildlife movie or something, you have to pay for the extra seats. And they obviously use more than one plane. But this is default Botswana texture, and I actually quite like it. They've done a nice job. Texturing looks good. This is just how the bush looks. And those of you who are interested in this, you need to go onto YouTube and have a look at the bush pilots of Botswana videos. Give you some idea of what we're talking about here. Okay, so we've got about 25 miles to go. I'll come back to you shortly as we get close to the descent point. So just thought I'd come back on, folks, and let you have a look at that. There's an airstrip out there. That's a typical bush strip as it would look out in the Delta, although at this distance we can't see how rough the surface is. But essentially this is the type of strip you'd see out in the bush. Since I did the video for the Okavango, the first major video, I've just since discovered, basically through a process of elimination, I mean SimWorks did 6 camps, but they've also done 3 other airfields. Not sure whether they've done any camps attached to those airfields, but they've done the 6 camps: Abu, Chief Camps, Guma, Mombo, Nxabega and Kidra. But they also list Omdop, Vumbura and Zamaxai as airfields listed on their map, and I suspect those airfields have been updated. So what we will do at some point, maybe I'll do another video and have a close look at those. But for the moment we're closing up pretty fast now. We're within 5 miles of excuse me, we're within 5 miles of Nxabega, and they've got 2 little airfields coming up in front of us as well. So what we're going to do is just start a little descent here. So 4 miles to run. We'll leave the autopilot on, but we'll put heading mode on. So there's the airstrip, and there's another one there to the left. That looks like a default one, and I can already see animals and bits and pieces here. Here are the camps. Here's the camp itself. So we're going to cross the strip at 4,000 feet. Let's have a look outside. Here's the camp coming into view, and there's an additional airstrip. That looks lovely. I got some wildlife already there. So let's make a descent. We're going to cross the airfield and then come in from this end here, come and land like that. He says, well, that's the plan. Have a look at the strip. So again, we've got this hard strip, grey colour, which unfortunately is wrong. Nxabega, that's the one. So these strips typically run east-west. There it is. So full flaps. 60 knots. Let's come up a bit, we're a bit low. Getting bounced around a little bit by the wind. Just a slight crosswind, I think, today. Once again, there's a jet there which you really wouldn't find out here in the bush. Brilliant, a decent touchdown for a change. There's the sign. So welcome to Nxabega Airstrip. Very pleasant, very nice. the bush caravan there, aircraft. And once again we've got the 4x4s there to meet us. So there we are, chaps, there's Nxabega Airstrip, and we've got the usual array of bits and pieces there. The jet run unfortunately wouldn't be there because this isn't a hard strip. Pretty much all of these runways out in the bush are dirt strips with the exception of one or two, and the camp is over there by the river. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at the camp. Right, here we are on the river, folks, just by the camp in the distance. Just wanted to stop for a second and show you. We've got hippos. And there we are. So we go across the river and take a slow cruise towards the camp, see what we can see. Once again, we've got elephants there in the distance. Oh, what's that in the water? It's a hippo, just in the water there. We just passed to the right. And once again, beautiful here. We've got elephants. Very nice. So slowly cruising up towards the camp here. Elephants in the river. So we've seen hippos for the first time, one new animal. And you can see where these camps are. They're really right up and close and personal to where the wildlife gets. Really is lovely. And there are slightly animated people there, look, waving at the elephants. I don't expect them to wave back. But again, you've got these typical sort of lodges, tented, hard tented camps, which are very typical of what they have out here. They may look fairly basic, but they're really luxurious. And the elephants' wildlife again is right in amongst them. As you can see, beautifully done. The fauna is excellent. Here you've got your plunge pool, outdoor seating area. Very nice. Very nice. Attention to detail is excellent. The camp looks lovely. As you can see, various outbuildings where they keep stores, bits and pieces, vehicles there. And now out on the river. It's a lovely location for a vacation here. So just to look a little bit at some more wildlife out here. Again, we've got some giraffes out by the river. Absolutely beautifully done, the way this has been crafted. Looks very nice here. Zebra. There we are, zebra grazing by the waterside. Just beautiful. And some more animals over here, which I suspect are hippos. Yes. So we take a quick look at this airstrip, which is up right by the camp. Now there are lions in the sim as well, in this somewhere. There is your helicopter pad, just here to the left. I'm not exactly sure where the lions are, but they are around and you need to find them. So here is this bush strip we spotted from the air, and to me this looks like a default one. But as you can see, I've done a lovely job on this scenery. On this whole product is just fantastic. So much to explore. More zebras over there, or zebras, whichever way you want it. Haven't seen any crocodiles. There are lions in the sim, as like I say, but I'm not sure where they are. You'll need to find them. But they are around. But beautiful scenery, extremely well done. So as you can see, though, I mean, the extent that they've actually worked on this, you've got to go out and find them, because they are there. The animals and the scenery enhancements, they're here. You just got to go and find them. They're all over the place. Alright, buffalo. We've got buffalo here. Just stunning. So here we are. Here's a look at the camp. Just as we approach sunset, just thought I'd show you, have a quick look. It's stunning. You can get some great pictures, some brilliant desktop photographs from this, I tell you. I'll Just listen to the water lapping on the side of there. It's beautiful. So a nice little close-up there of the all set out for the evening, enjoying the sunset. Nice view of the waterfront there. Got a hippo across the water there. And once again, nice close-up look at the camp, and you've got the elephants. So here we are, it's well below sunset now and getting into the darkness. Just thought we'd have a look at how the camp looks all lit. And again, you can see the lighting's been done beautifully. Absolutely wonderful the way this has been done. Stunning. Just an amazing place to be, I would think, for a vacation. If you like peace and quiet and animals, and look at the sky. So there's a shot across the waterfront. You can see we've got some moonlight just beginning to shine across the water. Camp lights are on, and the sunset in the distance. What a fantastic product. And looking in the other direction there, stars above you, absolutely gorgeous. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that tour of Nxabega Airstrip. As I said, it would appear they've done 6 camps, and we've got possibly three airfields that have been enhanced. The additional 3 airfields of Umbra, Omdop, and Xamaxai. That's Xamaxai. But as we've seen, so much to explore in the Okavango Delta. This will keep you going for weeks. And I seriously hope that SimWorks develop this further, and I would really like them to look very closely at Victoria Falls, which is dreadful in the simulation, but is a major landmark in this area. It's not Botswana, it's up on the Zimbabwe border, but it's a place that lots of people fly out to have to look at the falls. Anyway, we're back in the aircraft and we're going to be flying back to Maun. You won't be with me for the whole trip. I just thought I'd do the takeoff and climb out, have a look over on the way up, and then say goodbye. It's still a hot day here, so we do a full-length takeoff. As the heat goes up, it gets more dense, and you end up having longer takeoff runs. Okay, so it's a takeoff. What we'll do is we'll take off, do a climbing left turn over the airport, so you can have a look, and then we'll start off towards Maun. So we're all ready, let's go. Try and keep it in the middle of the runway. There's definitely a crosswind, although it doesn't look like it. So airspeed's alive. Gently lifting off. There's the camp. So So we'll swing over the camp. And there you go, we'll say goodbye to the camp and the old airstrip. So we're on our way back to Maun, and I will end this video here. Hope you've enjoyed this. This was the last of the 6 camps that they've done. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when I release content. I release content literally every Saturday, usually around midday UK time. At least 1 video, sometimes more. There'll be 3 going up this weekend, tomorrow. So thanks again for your company. I hope you've enjoyed this. Simworks have done a fantastic job. One of the most amazing sceneries I've ever seen for Flight Simulator. Really takes the cake. So thanks again. This is Lee signing off, Virtual Airline Pilot, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.